unfortunate, but that is what you would probably expect out of the Seed 1 versus Seed 8 matchup, and that's essentially what this one is.
Yeah, I think you just got to hope that Rambo pops off again. You know, he was able to do that a little bit on Ankara. If he comes back here and makes a big impact on Blackwidow that has a lot of long angles that you could potentially utilize as a sniper player, and if he can get the maps going, get the rounds going for the team, maybe that'll be where they can start to mount a comeback here in the series. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see what does happen here on this third map of Blackwidow between Carahouse.2L and BaiSha Gaming, who are looking to move on with a 3-0 scoreline. Can they pull that off as well? Would make them even more scary.
I think we are going to see that 3-0 coming up, but Carahouse, I am hoping for a good fight nonetheless. Already, Dola gets the kill onto CZY, A long. A nice way to get the round started. Rambo quickly taken down, though, in response. Shady, he's kind of stuck here as well. But Dola and Shady get aggressive. They both find a kill. Dola gets himself a third kill on the round. C4 down as well. Xiao left in a 1v4 to try and pick up the pieces.
This will be the third map in a row that Carahouse actually starts with the first round. Unless Xiao does something pretty nuts. He does have the time to play with, so you know, he could maybe even jump up through the window here, try to isolate that 1v1 against Lucas, which is exactly what he's going to do. Brings it to a 1-on-3, which is certainly more winnable than a 1v4. I like the way that Carahouse is playing it, though. All three of them pretty much standing in the same spot. That's what you'd want to be doing against a sniper, but popping your head up like that, Xiao's going to punish. And from a minute 50, 4-on-1, it's now a minute 20, a 2-on-1. And Xiao is slowly starting to put this round together. I'm a little bit concerned as well about the positions that Carahouse are playing here. These do look like angles which can be isolated. EBL, you better not go down for free right now, my friend. He's behind the box. It's not going to be checked by Xiao, and that will be the saving grace for Carahouse.
It's a little bit scary there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just poking your head up against Xiao, you know he's playing the from the long angle.
Yep.
That was confusing.
That was a whack-a-mole game.
Everything else, pretty good. These long kills, this is what this map is about. And Dola just got the better of them this time around on this long A. Looks like BaiSha wants to reclaim this territory and make a big push for it to challenge them here. And they will take over this spot in the map. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll push through here. Kind of a rare thing that we see in this tournament so far, at least.
I'm not sure how Lucas loses that fight, though. That's one you really have got to win. And 9 getting away with it and 10 HP. Now they've got the numbers to start this A push right back up, and there's nobody here now for Carahouse. The bomb site gifted completely for free. I'm not sure why they've made this call. EBL realizes it a little bit too late. He's taken down quickly. And 9 going to fall here, but it's not going to matter. It's 4-on-3, and they've got the A bomb site for BaiSha.
It's the N9 effect, isn't it? On the other side of the map, he gets an opening kill. Everyone's like, uh-oh. Gotta go reinforce that side of the map. 9's over there. But not the rest of the team. BaiSha can certainly get this one done without him. 4-on-3 as well. And Xiao posted on a nice line with the Orm. He seems to be hitting his shots in this map as well. So that's also another bad sign for Carahouse. And immediately, it does feel as though BaiSha is going to find their response to that opening round from Carahouse. Just Rambo now working his way up the stairs. Cleaned up by 577. Not a particularly huge climax at the end of that round, and not even the big shouts yet from BaiSha. They know there's still a long way to go on this map.
Yeah, and 9 doesn't look particularly happy, but he did get the 1 kill onto Lucas, who kind of dropped his shots. And I'm sure they pretty comfortable and confident, although that was a lot of damage by the two of them pushing through a long. I like that from Carahouse, but here comes the aggressive push once again. Rambo taking some damage. Down will go Dola. Shady here as well. They're going to isolate Rambo. And 577 already did his job, because they're also trying to take out Shady. But here comes N9 as well on this angle. He's not going to hit those shots. And down he will go. But CZY, at least to trade it back. As BaiSha certainly trying to force this kind of play. And you would expect it to work most of the time, but not really hitting those shots. Xiao is not going to miss that one. And now EBL 1v3 is going to go down, and it's 2-1 to BaiSha pretty quickly.
It would have worked if 9 had hit his shots, and you'd almost back him 99 times out of 100 to hit those kinds of shots. But either way, BaiSha still get it done. 577, pretty solid on the entry on this map so far. Xiao's been kind of the other standout. Bit of a quiet one from 9, though I can't imagine that's going to last for too long.
Yeah, I feel like this round should be a good idea to go towards this B pretty aggressively. You can see Carahouse putting a lot of attention on the mid double doors. 3 players near it at the moment, but BaiSha, they want to take that catwalk control. EBL hops in at the worst moment. 577 gets the entry. There's nobody left directly on the A bomb site. He can keep pushing through here, maybe even into the window to find more information. Xiao gets the pick in mid as well, takes down Dola, and this is a tough retake now in store for Carahouse.
Yeah, it's pretty no nonsense from the side of BaiSha. Just really quick pushes. They see a couple of guys in kind of a weird spot or a lot of focus on one part of the map, and they just push elsewhere, and the entries are so clean. It's hard to stop it. Lucas now trying to come in here. Pause requested. Rambo hits the 1 shot. He's got to hit more. That's 2. Can he line up anymore? Lucas got 1 himself.
Where's
Not a lot of
Xiao?
time. Xiao is pretty far away. He's going to try to hold this defuse, and I think he's going to get it. But no, Xiao takes them both down. Oh, man, that was looking so close, but they couldn't quite get it.
The problem is, Rambo almost does too much work there, and he crosses into the site so fast that he doesn't see Xiao. That's like, you know, I'm saying, where's Xiao? At that point, obviously, as Carahouse, you're saying, where's the last player as well? And you're never expecting him to be still down in mid when 3 players have died on the bomb site. You'd be expecting him to be swinging long or bridge or window or something like that. One of these positions that can actually have an impact on the fight. So I almost feel like Xiao was kind of out of position in a way there, that he wasn't able to contribute to the post plant, but ultimately that's kind of what actually ended up saving him, because it's a position that gets disregarded by Carahouse. So it's unfortunate for Carahouse, but well played by Xiao in the end. He gets there just in time to deny the defuse. Rambo's looking pretty sharp on this map, but I'm not sure it's going to make a difference. Take a look at this again, and this is what I'm talking about, right? Rambo's hitting these good shots. And I hope we get the later stages of this clutch as well, because they've completely disregarded the under the bridge position, the stairs position. Obviously, Rambo goes to try to clear out short, which is not where Xiao is coming from. And it obscures his vision of the staircase as well. So just a really unfortunate case of timing for Carahouse.
Yeah, I feel like for Carahouse, even then, probably not a round they should have won anyways. They got a lot of retake frags gifted to them, so still looking good for BaiSha on this one, but Carahouse, they need something soon as we return 3-1 in this map. And BaiSha already going for that A long control and for that catwalk control very early in this round. It is going to be met head on. EBL peeks right into it, hits the shot onto Baby quickly.
C4
will be traded down, but look at this ramp peak. 577 not ready for Dola to be there.
Yeah, that's a C4 lost, but there is a lot of map control being given over to BaiSha in the meanwhile. So Carahouse are still going to have a difficult time of holding on to that C4, especially once these smokes start to fade. They've used a lot of their util early. This is a good setup, though. You need Lucas swinging on the stairs, and you do get it. It ends up being a 1-for-1. Good positions for Carahouse until Xiao arrives to cut Lucas's rotate back off. And now Shady's kind of sandwiched. Xiao will claim the frag. And at the moment, Xiao definitely gunning for an MVP.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of aggressive pushes that BaiSha do that a lot of teams are not confident enough to do, but especially when they get the information that they can, can do that, right? They see a bunch of people in mid, and then the 2 of them are just already on the A site before Carahouse even know what's going on. They're getting flanked and getting free kills here and there, and kind of opens up the map a lot. So, again, really clean play from BaiSha, although these rounds not necessarily that clean. Very scrappy, very back and forth. And BaiSha did trade one back there. Shady nearly losing his life.
Lucas about to get timed.
Oh.
Wait,
hello?
Nine did not see him. No way.
That's
How?
kind of crazy.
I swear he was on his screen.
Well, he was bouncing backwards, and now Nine he's going to cut down. And they have no idea that Lucas is behind the entire team. Unfortunately, Lucas not going to take advantage of this at all.
Xiao's still alive. As long as Xiao's still alive, it feels like the round is possible for BaiSha. He's in a good position as well to have an impact. You can't cross this bridge when there's an Orm watching it from long, so 577 should be able to plant the bomb safely while Xiao watches, and as expected, Carahouse are going to have to plan an alternate route.
Yeah, I like the call for this split, though. Lucas and Dola going from cat and long, but Dola has to win this fight onto Xiao to get the round. Lucas baits him out, doesn't matter. Dola a little bit late, still gets the shots onto Xiao, but 577, all he's got to do is stay alive here and put that pressure onto Dola, down to the 1v1. Dola needs to bait him out. It's going to happen, though.
Ooh.
Dola gets it done, and Carahouse finally get themselves around on the board to answer.
Yeah, you know, he had the angle on the bomb, and he taps it a couple times. He says, well, he's not actually defusing it, and then he goes out to peek him. Didn't necessarily have to. He could have played behind the pillars, and it's a very tense situation, so hard to be perfect. This is what happened here, and Nine he just doesn't look to the right. And Lucas had no idea either. Rambo, nice pick off on the Xiao to start off this round. Maybe the start of something new here for Carahouse.
Yeah, I was starting to think actually this is feeling a bit like a 10-1 type scoreline, right? Where some of the rounds early on in the map are pretty close, but almost all the clutches going the way of BaiSha, and you sort of end up like 5-1, and you know, Carahouse is pretty much mentally out of the game at that point, but they're keeping themselves in it, sort of. This round being brought back by BaiSha with a couple of picks, one in mid, one on long.
Yeah, that's the tough part, right? I mean, it's 4-2, but that's with Nine not playing great so far. Now that he's starting to wake up and hit these shots, it becomes a much harder team to go up against. Carahouse looking for an opportunity. Dola sneaking into the B connector, trying to catch them off guard. Might actually be able to take down Baby here without getting noticed. Grabs the first. But now 577 and CZY know exactly where he is. I'd be surprised if he gets out of this one alive. He's going to be found out. Lucas, he tries to go for the peak with EBL, and the trades do go 1-for-1. But N9 has a huge health advantage now for the 1v1.
EBL out of shotgun again. Just trying to get aggressive out of B. Doesn't quite work out. I mean, kind of. But yeah, N9's got about a minute. That's surely enough time. He's got an M4. And Lucas is just going to have to tap on that head before N9 sees him probably to have a good chance with 7 health. Whoa. And, oh! Oh, no. Who's reloading, tries to switch to the Colt, but N9 goes down. At least Lucas knows exactly where he is, or where he should be.
Patience is actually going to pay off here, I think, for Lucas, because Nine, yeah, he thought he'd cleared the angle out. Well done from Lucas. That's a big clutch for Carahouse. A couple in a row going their way in the 1v1s now. It's got to be getting a bit frustrating for BaiSha, and what a great shot from Rambo to start the round off.
Yeah, really tough rounds here for BaiSha, especially when you talk about two big clutch players not really playing too well so far in this one, but Nine is ready to turn that around. Gets the opener onto EBL. Oh, but look at this from Dola. Able to find 2. Lucas finds the double as well, and that's it. They clean up the round in a matter of seconds.
Every first half has been pretty competitive in this series. And here's another one. It's just Carahouse letting themselves down in the second half. The difference here will be it's feeling like they're kind of getting the job done on the more difficult side right now. If they could go up 5-4, then that is the best case scenario. That's the best chance that they will have had in this series so far to take a map. Now, it might not necessarily still get converted, but you've got to do everything you possibly can against a team like BaiSha. Take every little scrap, every morsel. And 5 rounds in the first half would be exactly that from Carahouse at this point.
They might push into EBL with the shoddy. Will he finally get some value out of this? Still waiting on that.
It's a good setup, though, for Carahouse. We've seen it multiple times. Often they get impatient and push themselves. Hopefully that's not the case. EBL, he's seen the U-tilt. Oh, but he wasn't ready for the shots. Holy cow, 577 just walks in on his own and gets 2 entry frags. It's not how it should go. Job goes from hard to difficult now for Carahouse, and maybe even impossible after that frag. Rambo and Dola to try to secure a 2-on-5 retake on the B side. It does not feel like it's going to happen. So BaiSha should be the team to go up 5-4 at the end of the half here, and maybe Carahouse have just missed a trick.
Yeah, pretty tough final round. Nobody going down for BaiSha, looking a lot cleaner on the execution, but 577 really impressing me with his shots so far in this third map of the series. I feel like Carahouse, though, you've got to give them a lot of credit. 4 rounds in the first half, very competitive. 3 of them back-to-back after going down 4-1 at the start. So definitely showing they've got that fight left in them. But it still has to be even more than that to get it done here against BaiSha. Carahouse start off this round going for the A-long control. BaiSha throws some utility back at it, but is not going to be contesting it.
Yeah, no contest just yet. And very curious to see how Carahouse are going to look on this blacklist side of this map. BaiSha have been bringing the pain from the blacklist side on the first couple of maps. That was the second half of both of those maps, but this time swapped up. Rambo pushing up here a little bit. BaiSha does have a nice little crossfire as Rambo's taking a little bit of damage. They're trying to peek onto him. Rest of the team trying to come over and support Rambo and maybe get him out of this situation or give him an opportunity to peek onto one of them. But he is quite surrounded.
He's got to be careful, too. Both Baby and Nine have nades they could throw onto this position. If they do, it could potentially kill 2 of them now. Lucas moves up close as well. I actually think that's a pretty bad call, not keeping the distance advantage they had in this fight. Instead, they're all pushing into this 3-point stack on the mid, but the A-long distraction could be enough to maybe peel them off, but Nine gets a double kill here. Almost a shot at the triple. Lucas, thankfully there to find 1. Make it a double kill for him, taking down Baby as well. The rest of Carahouse already working on towards A, but Xiao, he's here to try and lock it down. Kills the bomb carrier. Dola trying to sneak underneath. Gets the kill. Lucas finds 1 as well. And now it's all on to 577 in the clutch.
Yeah, that timing was pretty aggressive from Xiao. Had the 1 shot, but wanted a bit more. This is going to be the plan, so that's a nice amount of damage coming in from the nade, and now 577, he's been great. He does hit another headshot. 9 so far, as they were just trying to rotate out of there after the bomb plant, but 577 just comes in so quickly. And speaking of which, it's going to find Lucas pretty early on. Taps the bomb, forces a response. Lucas getting pretty low, and that's going to do it for that one. As 577, again, he is the big guy in this map. And he is carrying the team.
Yeah, it just feels like a little bit of a mistake individually there from Dola, stepping up off the bomb and exposing himself, right? 577, the information should have been communicated that he was coming up from the bridge and the nade perfectly timed, so it's not as if they weren't thinking about that, but he zigged when he should have zagged. And in the end, kind of enables that one becoming a 1v1. So BaiSha 6-4. Take 1 more step toward a victory here. 3 maps in a row would be the case if they got this one over the line. Lucas is fast into mid. 577 with a big whiff. Can't lock it down, and EBL is still making this shotgun work.
First time, I think, but
okay, well,
first time for everything. And it doesn't matter because Carahouse are going to pick up the round pretty quickly. Very aggressive from them. And that has been what works.
Yeah, we're getting another competitive map.
Yeah, I'm honestly impressed. Carahouse doing a lot of good work on this one. Dola and Lucas already into the double digits on their frags. CZY has to back off. Xiao goes down as well. Again, Lucas finding the entry frags for Carahouse. This time it's on to Xiao up the catwalk. and they could just push forward off of this. EBL looking to peek out of the mid double doors. You can see 9 on the other side, hoping he can find that counter pick to answer back, but BaiSha, they're playing a little bit too far forward on some of these angles. They're getting caught early on over and over again, and it makes Carahouse have a lot of potential now to win these rounds, though the 3-man stack on A is a big change here. Not sure if it's going to pay off for BaiSha.
You do kind of have to gamble a little bit, though, when you're down 4 on 5. Looks like it'll be the incorrect call in this case, though. The smoke getting tossed in by 9. I'm not sure that's going to slow down Carahouse all that much. 9, though, can be a bit of a one-man army at times. And
so
that's
quick.
enough to scare them away. He gets 1 kill, and they're like, oh, I don't know if we want to do this. Lucas is sort of starting to explore the A site. In the meanwhile, though, the rotation has come across here from BaiSha, so if Carahouse does commit, then they walk into the setup. Either way, though, we're back to 4 on 4, so still an equalizing kill from BaiSha, which takes some of the pressure off.
Is a full rotation back towards A from the bomb. Rambo's got it. Lucas has the cat control as well. It's really on to CZY to stop this A push from coming through. They're leaving Shady on the lurk. Still 3 towards B for BaiSha. Really only 1 player to lock this down, but they're all kind of 1 by 1 here. There's no support for Carahouse for the rest of the team. It's really on to this push for A that has to go successfully. It doesn't matter, though. They get into the A bomb site. The B players for BaiSha, though, win that fight, but it's still a clean plant and post-plant setup here on A for Carahouse.
Yeah, not a bad position here for Carahouse. Let's see if they can actually defend this one. And 9, 5-7-7 pushing in. Lucas gonna spot him. He's got a grenade and a chance. Rambo, very nice peak timing, and that is gonna do it. They clean up the potential defense of the bomb site. 6-6. Carahouse looking good on this Blacklist side.
Yeah, this is the first map where it legitimately actually feels like Carahouse might be able to take the map. First couple of maps, Ankara and Subbase, they were just a little too far behind on the scoreboard, and they were having to do it in the second half on the more difficult side. But now it feels like the advantages are there for Carahouse, and the momentum's kind of flowing in their direction as well. So let's see if BaiSha can dig deep here and actually finish this off, keep the clean sheet. Or will they also suffer a map loss in this event, similar to every other team at this stage of the competition, bar X-Rock?
Right now, BaiSha playing a little bit forward on A. They've got 1 player pushed up, but the rest of them stacking towards this B bomb site. 3 ready on the other side of these doors. It's going to be Shady, Lucas, and EBL looking to push in. But 5-7-7. His shots have been on point. Gets the first, gets the second, and somehow he gets the third as well. All tapped away. And Carahouse, what do you have to say after that one? I mean, it's a 2-on-5 already.
Just when you give him some props, then 5-7-7 steps up, and that's the danger of playing against a team like BaiSha. Doesn't matter how good you're doing, someone is going to do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely wrecked by 5-7-7. That's basically just what happened. They come in 1 by 1. He does not miss a single shot. Tap, tap, tap. And it's kind of funny too, Baby. He was looking a little tired on the camera, and now he's 3-9. It's the first time he's had to play a map 3 in this tournament. He's like, oh, this is a little bit, you know, it's a little bit past my bedtime. I'm done with this. So has the rest of the team to back him up. Had an excellent first couple of maps, of course, and it's a very well-rounded team. That first shot, this second one was insane. Third one, yeah, the second one was the one that I could not believe.
Faster play from Carahouse once again. It does feel like the faster rounds have tended to be the ones which they've been able to get over the line. Catching BaiSha with pace. This time, though, they've been stalled by util. Xiao's set up on the line. You'd expect him to hit this shot. He does. He's going to have another crack at it. Lucas peeking. Doesn't have to worry about the player under the bridge anymore either, and will turn around onto Long to finish that off as well. Good round by Xiao. Great round by BaiSha. And just as the storyline starts to get going for Carahouse, it is put to a halt again. And BaiSha is definitely not keen to lose a map here. 8-6. Carahouse now the ones that have to try to find another level as well.
It is going to be Carahouse again going fast towards this A bomb site. They want to make this happen on the push, but they're just struggling. The utility here from BaiSha just stalls them out perfectly. Baby, good for one, but Dola gets the two-piece from Long. Now they've got a 4-on-2 on the bomb site. Baby in 5-7-7, trying to get the retake rolling, but Baby from down low. He's already good for 2, good for 3. Baby takes it down to the 1-on-1, but he doesn't have a lot of HP to work with. The C4 on this A bomb site will get planted, but the long flank could be enough to catch Shady off guard here. The timing very quick on this rotation as well. You can see Shady, he hasn't even checked this location, but checks it at the perfect moment to hold on for Carahouse.
Man, I kind of thought Baby was going to get it done. He's gone from 3 kills to 8 in like 2 rounds.
He heard me. I'm sorry, Baby.
He doesn't care. Look at him. He does not care. But good response from Carahouse. It was the push through the smoke that put a little bit too much pressure onto Xiao. This is the previous round. And Carahouse, they felt maybe they mistimed that. They misexecuted it. They tried to run it back. They did it again, and it worked out. And another instance where they're going to pressure over toward Long. It has gotten the better of 9. Is this another round for Carahouse, which would, again, equalize? And I would dare say put the pressure back onto BaiSha at that point. Boost up from Dola. He's not actually going to have anyone to take a crack at here. Though Xiao might come across.
What's it going to be for Carahouse? As you kind of mentioned, this is a critical round. If Carahouse get this one, it's 2 in a row. It really puts the pressure on BaiSha, and maybe we've even go into overtime from there. Not something I would have expected at this point in time, but Blackwidow looking pretty strong for Carahouse, especially when they get aggressive. EBL just, you know, shotty in hand. He's doing his job. He's just creating space, or at least he's trying to. Not sure why the team didn't follow up on that, as now they do. Going to take out Baby, and the B site is free.
Not mid, though. CZY on the long flank has managed to catch Dola off guard, so it'll have to pretty much be a commitment to the B site now, which Xiao maybe could do something about. He has a look through the window a little bit too late, and it is ending up being covered off by Rambo, so I don't mind his attempt there, but it hasn't worked out.
CZY has to get it done. It's not going to matter, though. Lucas shuts it down. 5-7-7, 12 HP. He's just not going to have anything left in the tank here, and we are all tied up. Surprising to see on this map, but Carahouse showing their strongest fight yet to try and keep themselves alive in CFS 2023. And if you are going to go down, this is the way to do it. Put it all on the line, see if you can somehow take this map back. And honestly, on this side of the map, I'm starting to believe in them. They've looked really good, but EBL with that shotgun, that's my one doubt there. Hasn't been too good for him. Baby finds it early, and they've got the 5-on-4.
Yeah, maybe Carahouse can prove that BaiSha is mortal, because in this competition, it doesn't feel like anyone has really gotten close to taking a map off of them. This certainly is the closest so far, and they've been getting better as the series has gone on. And if they get 1, then why not 2?
Yeah.
Why not 3?
They're playing with a sub who's got a shotty and isn't really having a big impact on the stage right now. Xiao not going to hit that shot. And down he goes, sniped out by Rambo on the little corner there. All of a sudden, 5v4, now you've got an opportunity. Looks like 9 considering trading it back. And staying out on long here is Carahouse. You do see Baby on the minimap is trying to push out a mid and get some information of a rotation, but this might just be a follow-up push here from Carahouse, and it's only a 9 on the site.
Yeah, I'm surprised with Baby's position as well. He knows they haven't rotated back towards B. And 9 needs more help. He's got an AWM in his hands as well. It's not going to work out for him. CZY able to find one, but Baby on the catwalk. He's the player that has to stop this plant from going down. Throws the utility towards Shady. The flanks are starting to come around as well. CZY sneaks into the window, and they've got to find a way to get this plant off. This is the hardest part of the round now for Carahouse. This plant probably gets peeked on 2 versus 1, and there isn't a good trade setup behind it, but the bait is right there. Lucas has to connect from this position. He's only going to be good for 1 so far. 577 catches him on the wraparound, but do they know Dola is long? No, they do not. Dola gets the kill, looking for the 1v2 to hold on, but Baby, is he going to take the fight or tap the bomb? Dola, what a tap there, gets it done, and Carahouse move to map point.
Unreal. This could actually happen now.
It is possible.
Xiao and 9, both unable to really have an impact with the Orm from the bridge position is what has let that round down for BaiSha. Now it's, 9 to 8.
Do you believe in miracles?
Nope.
Here's N9. He gets a fantastic one, but EBL shows up and it doesn't matter. 3 headshots from 577 to follow that one up. And we're going to overtime.
That's why you don't believe in miracles. Believe in BaiSha. I believe in BaiSha still.
Thank you, Elfish, for keeping us grounded.
Yeah. They're just going to pull something like that out, aren't they? And I think at this point, they're probably looking at each other and thinking, how have we let it get this close? 9 doesn't look super happy. I mean, he's actually having an uncharacteristically poor individual performance.
Yeah, I think that's really a big part of it. You combine that with Baby, I think starting 2 and 9 on this map, really slow starter to get things rolling, but now you can see they've realized their mistakes, and in overtime, I still have to give the favor over to BaiSha. They've got the shots now behind them, and look at this final round. It says everything about BaiSha in this situation, just back to back to back. 577 has really been the hero for his team in this matchup, 22 and 12, but on the other side of it, you've got 2 20-plus players as well. Lucas, 22 and 13. Dola also playing incredibly well, but it's CZY who gets the first onto Rambo, untraded as well. And this is where BaiSha are going to crank things up to another level. And Carahouse, they've got to be ready to meet them there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it does look like BaiSha are angry. They have smelled the blood in the water. And they're looking to get a nice little snack here in overtime, perhaps. Let's see if Carahouse can defend this one 3v5. It's not looking too likely. BaiSha slow it down after that initial little skirmish. Dola looking to push out, looking to get his team back in the round. Let's see if it works. I think somebody spotted him with the shout behind me that I heard. 577 is going to be traded back. 2 kills here for Shady. There's still a chance in this one, although EBL and Shady haven't exactly been the 2 outstanding performers.
What? Oh, he's gone behind him. So unfortunate. CZY maybe almost getting picked off there, but in the end, it will come down to Shady solo against 3, and that seems like a far-fetched idea. So first round of OT goes the way of BaiSha.
I feel bad for Carahouse, though. I feel like if we saw this Carahouse earlier in the tournament, they wouldn't be in this position. Yeah. They're playing so well against one of the best teams here, and it feels like everything is finally hitting its stride, but then you've got to do it against BaiSha of all teams here, who are just taking it to them. But Dola still answers back, gets the double kill. Even trades coming out of that fight in mid, but Baby and 9 are back online here. 577 gets this one taken care of.
Yep.
And now they're back in that scary position, down by 2, only 2 needed for BaiSha.
That's the problem for Carahouse. You say Baby and 9 back online, and 577 hasn't slowed down at all either. So even though Xiao has maybe fallen off the pace a little bit, you got a couple of members picking it back up, and 9's gone from just completely not existing to actually being 15 and 16, which is certainly an adequate scoreline at this point. 4-on-4 for the final round of the first half of OT. Carahouse absolutely need this one. Dola and Lucas have been the 2 to step up, and they're going to have to do it again. EBL down. He is struggling in this map. Crumbling under the pressure. Rambo as well. And it really just feels like if Lucas and Dola don't find 2 kills apiece at this point, probably the round is not going to go the way of Carahouse.
Well, they have been, at least, those 2 at you know, at least above 1 kill per round, just a little bit above. And they've had some big rounds where they do win them and they pick up, you know, 2+. But is this going to be the round is the real question. 4v4. Dola's got a nice little forward position on a long, but BaiSha, as we can see, is all kind of set up towards the B side. Not sure if they are going to actually commit to this one just yet. Xiao just holding down mid as well, seeing if anyone is going to rotate. But now, moving towards his team, which is generally a sign that they will go for the push, although he hasn't committed one way or the other. Carahouse on the other side, just holding it down. 2 guys on B, 1 to cover short, 1 out on a long.
Yeah, BaiSha ready to kind of move in here towards B. You can see Xiao kind of just clearing out the backside of Catwalk, but this is where Dola has to be careful. He's creeping up A long, and they still have Xiao on this angle. It's all about the timing for Dola if he wants to get the backstab. Xiao, he is moving away. This is incredible timing now for Dola. He's going to have almost a perfect timer on that flank, but Rambo, he's got to hold the line a little bit longer. Shady, the last hope on site, good for 1, but here comes the flank they've got to deal with now. Dola, does he have the timing to catch them off guard? The rotation's a little bit late here, though. And Xiao, he's just right there and ready for it. Lucas now left alone in the window. What a shot there onto Xiao, but it's still a 1v2.
It was the dynamic duo in the 2-on-3, but in this case, it's going to come down to Lucas. Can he be the hero here for Carahouse and get them at least 1 to swindle around before the end of OT? Flash in his face, but he's still going to take the challenge, and he did get CZY. But it's not enough. BaiSha 3-0 in the first half of the OT. You think that almost about seals the deal. And it has been a much closer affair for BaiSha than what they've had to face in this event so far. But they do appear to be weathering the storm.
Pretty clean stuff from Xiao there on that shot. Dola had the opportunity to get that one done, but wasn't meant to be. Here comes Carahouse pretty quickly, right down the middle. 3 guys straight through the doors, through the smoke. They might be able to get a read on this. I'm not sure if they heard them running in there as 577 does look, but there's just more than he expected. As Baby in that corner, they do expect that. Still, he's able to get 1. 3-on-3 now as this should get planted, but 9 is behind them. He is going to pick up Dola. That is a massive pick before they do try to retake this.
Such a fast flank from 9, completely unexpected. He's going to do it again through the smoke. He goes down. Rambo keeps the dream alive. Carahouse still fighting for survival, but they're running out of opportunities. Rambo from nowhere gets the double kill. He had 9 frags for the entire map, and then he pulls that off. Carahouse are still kicking.
What a slip, though, from BaiSha. They had everything they needed to hold on to that one and close it out. Maybe they just want 577 to get the 30 at this point. I'm not sure, but they still have the lead here. 2 more opportunities to close this one in overtime. Otherwise, it's going to go down to the golden round decider, which for BaiSha would be really pushing their limits compared to what we've seen so far. But the pressure on Carahouse is also higher than it's ever been.
And they're gonna, after a round like that, say, okay, let's wait it out. Let's chill back at the base. They're not gonna get a lot of information doing this, but maybe they can get some pickoffs. BaiSha are no stranger to being aggressive themselves. So if Baby just made 1 false maneuver, 1 false step, he goes directly into Rambo's crosshair, and that could be the beginning of a 5v4 push. And 9 out here on long. Going to make sure no push comes through here. Baby himself just holding the angle, and he's going to be critical. Spots them. Can he get away? Did they see him? I would imagine they did.
Oh, 577, a difficult one to challenge here. Plus the assistance of Baby, who might be locked down in the water position, but is being covered off by 577. Favorable enough trade for BaiSha. Here's another opportunity to get it done, and on that, meanwhile, you've got 9 again on the fast flank. He will slow down a little here, but he spotted out Rambo, and that is crucial information, not to mention a kill for BaiSha, which further puts a nail in the coffin for Carahouse. 2 left alive. Dola on his own now, and he would have to pull off an absolute miracle. Can't do it. BaiSha secure the victory. 3-0 today over Carahouse.